Well, howdy. I'm back. Got the helmet cam off. Got to check that. Okay. Here it is, the 2019 Suzuki VanVan. Brand spanking new. Had 1 mile on it when I bought it. And this thing is just freaking sweet. That's all I got to say. Love this thing. Love the color. It's that bright orange. Kind of a metallic orange. It's got these big honking tires on it. I'll have to get the specs. They're 130 by 80 by 18 in the front, and the back is just big. It's a 14. One something 80. I'm looking. Of course, that sun's right in my face. 180 80 14 in the back. But it's a bit quiet. I'll start it up here in a minute because I'm gonna compare it to the Xpect. I can compare it to the KPM, but the KPM has strictly street tires on it, so this is more of a dual sport. Xpect's a dual sport. So, but this thing is sharp. Just love that styling. It is so retro. I know they make the TW200, but this to me is 70s retro, whereas the TW200 is just still ugly 80s, rectangular. I'm just not a fan. I mean, I like the specs on it. It's pretty much the same as the VanVan here. We got a front disc, we got a rear drum. It is fuel injected. Here's your gauges, which really, you don't get no more basic than that. You got an analog speedometer. It does have a fuel injection light that comes on and goes off as soon as you start the bike. It's got a neutral indicator, no gear indicator, bright lights, turn signals, and low fuel. And it does have an adjustable brake lever. The clutch lever, not that I see as adjustable. And it does have a horn, and it's got mirrors, and it's got lights. So what more does one need? It does not have ABS brakes. It's just nice. 200cc, air cooled. Being photobombed by the cat, Miss Daisy, and the dogs. It does have an oil cooler right there. So pretty sweet bike. Now looking over this, obviously it's a Suzuki. You know, this thing was $4,600, not including tax and crap. So how does it stack up, or I should say, how does the Lifan Xpect, which was $1,900 delivered, which I had to drive 4 hours to pick up the Suzuki, and how does this Lifan stack up to the VanVan? Well, I'll tell you right now, I can't speak for all the Chinese brands out there. I know I've got one bike that has really been an extreme disappointment, but these Lifans are nice bikes. Build quality, fit and finish is just as good and on par with that Suzuki. They sound about the same. They're both 200cc air-cooled. Let's see here. Well, the VanVan, it's got the oil cooler. Now, the Xpect here. Let's turn this thing on. See what it sounds like. Okay, and as you can see here in the cluster, it's all digital. Fuel injected. It's got 337 miles on it. It does have a gear indicator. So now you hear this one. And this thing has been sitting for a couple weeks, haven't rode it, so, and it fired right up. So let's go over here to the Suzuki, which I did just take for a ride. And am I not in neutral? Or does the clutch have to be in? Let's see here. Guess that is a safety feature. Clutch has to be in. in order for it to start. Oh, I hadn't noticed that. All right, so here we go. So, listen to the engine noise. All right, let's start the Xpect back up. Engine noise. Exhaust note. VanVan. Sound pretty damn close to each other to me, but I don't get any endorsements. Boy, that'd be sweet. But I tell you, this Lifan, you know, honestly, well, my opinion, I really love the Suzuki. Is it worth $5,000 with tax and everything? No, you know, but it's a badass bike. The Lifan doesn't make a bike like that, because if they did, I'd jumped all over it. However, with that said, I may try to do something with the KPM. It's definitely got a little more. I may just change the bars on it, put some taller bars on it, kind of give it that same feel, a little taller riding feel. The bars on the VanVan are definitely a little more upright than they are on the Xpect, but the Xpect sits just a little bit taller. I think it's got maybe like a 31-inch seat height, whereas the VanVan's a 30. 1900 bucks shipped to my house in a box, in a crate. All I had to do was take it out, put the handlebars on, other few little minor odds and ends, nothing major at all, super easy to do. I did put the windscreen on it, and fired right up. No issues with it. Haven't had any issues with it. It rides great, runs great, plenty fast enough for me. Does exactly what I want it to do. It's very comfortable to ride. I did put the, I got the little thing on the back to mount a box, which I need to get a rack for the Suzuki. So, but I can. 1900 bucks to my house. You gotta love that. All right. $5,000. All right. Had to drive 4 hours to get it. Had to wait at a dealership for 8 freaking hours. The first battery was dead. They got another battery, it was dead. And then they got a battery that worked. So 8 hours later, I'm back to my house. All right, granted, I didn't have to unbox anything. I didn't have to put anything on it. They did fill it up. And I mean, they're super friendly people. Super nice place. I mean, if you live up in the Springfield, Ohio area, Ride One Motorsports is where I picked it up at. They gave me a really good deal on it, so I'm not complaining. Super friendly people. I'm just trying to highlight, you know, a dealer experience versus a mail order experience. And the quality of these bikes, I mean, they're equal. I can't speak to the Hawks and the, you know, Bichons and stuff like that. I know the Bichons, you got to put quite a bit together on those. But fit and finish on these Lifan bikes, outstanding. The KPM is outstanding, rides great, handles great, shifts great. It's fast too, it's even faster than you expect. So, you know, do they look anything alike? Nope, not at all. It's kind of like a frontal view of them. Love the wide tires. Like I said, we're looking at getting a place down in Florida part-time, and I've heard these big fatty tires are good for the sand. I guess we'll find out. Well, that or I'll dump it. But, you know, back to the value of these two. Well, if Lifan made something very similar to this Suzuki, which I know they can do, and Suzuki stopped making these, and that was kind of one of the other reasons why I wanted one. They stopped making them in 2019. They're an oddball kind of bike. You know, is it kind of an investment? Maybe. I don't know. I don't really care. I just like the way it looked, so I definitely want to get a few things for it. Maybe a windscreen, get some of them hand guards, because when it's cooler out, my hands get cold, and definitely a rack for the back. So it may be something for the front, carry additional fuel. It holds 1.7, I think, gallons. I forget what the Xpect is. I think it's more than that. It's over 2. So I'm not trying to make this a long-winded review, but you know, they're both really super nice bikes. You expect a Suzuki to be nice, and they got a very good reputation. Nobody's ever heard of Lifan or Lifan, and that's a shame too, because they really do make a quality bike, and I don't get a dime from them. I mean, they're super great to deal with. I've had nothing but positive things to say in any of the interactions I've had with them. So, you know, it all comes down to, I guess, to what you want. And I really wanted one of these. I do like the polished aluminum rims. I love those fat ass tires. You know, not keen on the fat ass exhaust pipe, but that's changeable. Can't say I'm a big fan of the big fat wide back fender either, but yeah, I mean, it's going to serve its purpose. You get this thing into some mud, you get it slinging sand, so that'll be kind of nice. The Xpect, nice, not near as fat. Kind of getting off angle here, you can kind of see. Definitely couldn't put a tire that wide on the back of the Xpect. I know I can't put something that wide on the back of a KPM, which is kind of a shame, because I'd love to put some different tires on that thing. I've got it sitting in here. And I got a little bit of room, and I mean a little bit of room. I make it go a little bit skosh wider, definitely nothing taller, not in the front. As far as the back, now I have to get it back out. I got the measurements in the garage, but it's love the styling. It's retro too. You know, I just got a thing with retro bikes, so you know, yeah. The BD125, the big dog. It's actually a hoot to ride. Very questionable quality, but it is a hoot to ride. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I'll post this out there. Feel free to give me some comments, what you guys think. Positive, negative. You can tell me that bike's ugly. I don't care. You know, you can tell me that bike's ugly. I don't care. I like them both. So, you know, I'm the one who rides them. So, who cares, right? And hopefully that video I took on the helmet cam will turn out, and we can get hopefully get some more videos here. It's going to be pretty nice for the next few days. So, in the meantime, until something else comes up or comes out, or you know, I get another wild hair up my ass to buy something else, which I got to stop doing. I'm going to be in the poorhouse, and I can't eat or sleep on a motorcycle. So, anyway, you guys have a good one.